Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're plunging into a real icon, the RMS-099 Rick Dias, a seriously formidable mobile suit from Mobile Suit Zeta Gundam.
It really is a classic design.
Yeah. So our mission today is to kind of unpack the genius behind its design and also look at how that legacy holds up in its high-grade Universal Century model kit.
Right, specifically the HGUC RMS-099 Rick Dias kit. It's actually quite an interesting piece of model history itself, first hitting shelves way back in August 2002.
August 2002, wow.
And it really captures that mass production version used by the AEUG, the Anti-Earth Union Group. It represents a key moment for them.
Okay, let's get into the kit itself then. It's a high-grade Universal Century, you said. Scale is what, 144th?
That's right, 144th. So it stands about, 13 centimeters tall, roughly 5.1 inches.
Decent size for a high grade of that era.
Definitely. And it's a regular release.
Yeah.
Known for that snap fit assembly band I really nailed back then, so no glue needed.
Always a plus. Makes things much easier.
And a really clever touch, especially for the time, was including clear parts for the mono eye and the Beam Saber effect.
Oh, nice. So you don't need stickers for those.
Exactly. No fiddly stickers for the eye or the beam blade. Gives it a much cleaner look right out of the box.
That is smart. I always hated those tiny eye stickers. Okay, so what about weapons? What are you getting?
You get a decent loadout, 2 beam pistols, the Clay Bazooka, and, of course, a Beam Saber.
And they all store on the backpack, right?
Yep, all conveniently stored, keeps the silhouette clean when they're not deployed. Now, the articulation, it's fair to say it's classic.
Functional, but maybe not superposable by today's standards.
Pretty much. It perfectly represents the look of the original design, but yeah, don't expect crazy dynamic poses without some... It does the job, though.
Cool. So that's the kit, but let's talk about the Rick Dias itself. What made this mobile suit so special back in Zeta Gundam?
Well, connecting it to the bigger picture, it was a mass-produced suit from Anaheim Electronics, which was significant in itself. But the key was its armor.
The Gundarium Gamma alloy.
Precisely. Gundarium Gamma. It was groundbreaking stuff, offered really robust defense, but was much lighter than previous alloys.
Which means better performance, more fuel.
Both, exactly. Reduced weight, improved overall maneuverability, and let it carry more propellant. Big advantages.
And I read something really interesting that the cockpit's actually in the head.
It is. Quite unusual. It featured a panoramic monitor and a linear seat system, standard high-performance stuff for the time, but yet located right up top.
And for maneuverability, those things on the backpack, random binders.
Yes, the random binders. They were ejectable pods, cleverly designed to function as both main thrusters and extra fuel tanks.
Wow, talk about multifunctional. How did they work with the AMBA system?
They integrated directly. The AMBA system, active mass balance auto control, let the suit use its LEMs and those binders to shift its center of mass for quick direction changes in space without always relying purely on thruster power.
So it made it really agile, like surprisingly nimble for its size.
Extremely agile. It could pull off some complex maneuvers. This wasn't just about speed, it was about sophisticated movement.
Gotcha. Okay, fixed weapons, Vulcans in the head.
2 55mm Vulcan phalanx guns, yeah. Standard close-in defense. And then handheld, you had the Beam Saber we mentioned, the 2 beam pistols, and that Clay Bazooka.
Right, the bazooka fired different rounds, didn't it?
It did. It could fire adhesive rounds to immobilize targets or standard explosive rounds. Very versatile.
So a really adaptable high-performance suit. How did this design even come about? I heard it had another name originally.
Yes. That's where the history gets really fascinating. It was initially developed under the codename Gamma Gundam.
Gamma Gundam. So it was meant to be a Gundam.
Well, it seems Anaheim Electronics was developing it along those lines using advanced tech. But giving a Gundam to the AEUG, who were opposing the Earth Federation, that was politically tricky.
Okay, so the final design was a compromise.
Sort of. It merged that advanced AEUG tech with a look that was more reminiscent of Xeon designs, especially that distinctive mono eye. It performed like a Gundam type, but didn't look like one. Politically safer.
Makes sense. And the colors. I know the famous one is red.
Right. The prototypes were apparently black and gray, but it was Lieutenant Quattro Bajeena's personal unit, painted in that striking red, that became the standard color scheme for the production models.
It's always the red ones, isn't it? Charzaku, Quattro's Rick Dias.
Seems to be a theme for ace pilots, yeah. And it definitely became the primary suit for the AUG's top pilots. People like Amuro Ray and even Camille Badan piloted one at various points.
Wow, so legends flew this thing. Okay, what an incredible deep dive into the Rick Dias.
It really covers a lot, from the Gundarium gamma alloy innovations to that whole Gamma Gundam backstory. You can see why it's such a fan favorite.
Absolutely. It's clear why it remains so iconic in the Universal Century.
Indeed. And the story of the Rick Dias, it isn't just about the plastic model kit. It's really a testament to how practical innovation and strong, iconic design choices can really shape an entire fictional universe.
That's a great way to put it.
Which kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other seemingly simple or overlooked details in some of these classic designs are just waiting for their own deep dive?
Definitely something to think about. Well, before you go off pondering that, if you enjoyed this deep dive, please do consider subscribing to the channel. It helps us keep bringing you more explorations like this one. And just a quick note, this audio was generated using AI, specifically Gemini. While we strive for accuracy, if you happen to spot any errors in the information presented, please let us know down in the comments. We'll do our best to look into it and make corrections if needed.
We appreciate the feedback.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us.